Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the New York Jets. With that, we head up to MetLife Stadium as we'll hand it over to the two men that'll call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and their inner-city rivals, the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. And these are the guys we're about to see down on the turf in just a moment.
Joe Staley, the left tackle, one of the most respected players in the league, as well as one of the most talented.
Throwing on 2nd down. Winston got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun. Winston. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready. Blue ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Check from the go.
1st down, Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. A look at the starters now on the defensive side of the ball for the Giants. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked #9 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Play action now, Winston. And he connects with Vance McDonald. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a pass complete to Hogan, and he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first down throw for Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Winston now. That is caught by Williams for a Jets touchdown. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants under second-year coach Pat Shurmur. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. First offensive series forthcoming. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver that certainly needs no introduction in this league.
He's truly one of those don't blink guys, because as soon as you do, he's past you and in the end zone and doesn't mind letting you know about it too.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. It's caught by Jackson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
The pass complete to Ryan Grant. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Here are the starters defensively for the Jets. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Carson. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Yellow, yellow. There's your line.
Pick your game up. Out, out, out.
Here's Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Now here's Mahomes. And he fires one, but incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
New York set to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They'll run here with Mack. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 3rd down, Winston. Complete to Hilton. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Tyler Newsome now. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And the Giants ready to come out now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, it's Carson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Jets. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. the return, Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Now out come the Giants. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mahomes. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's caught by Bryant. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. This a give to Mack running to the right. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Winston. And that is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Chicago. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead.
That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Jameis now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On the ground, it's Mack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Jackson. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. That's caught by Jackson. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They run it with Carson. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Mahomes now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Draw play, it's Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. Complete to Bryant. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Jason Myers on for the field goal try. He was a Pro Bowler with the Jets a year ago. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. 4 yards on the dump-off at 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime with a visiting Giants, I guess you could say, on top of the Jets in this New York rivalry. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. On 3rd down, Carson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mahomes now on 1st down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run on 1st down. Mack.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
We got this. Single receiver. Hey, you're on the line over there. Single receiver.
A 1st down throw for Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. This is Mack on the counter. And some room to maneuver. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. On 1st and 10, Winston. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a run with Mack, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Jameis now on first down. And that's caught. It's Hogan. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. That is caught by Williams. He's got a Jets touchdown. Mike Williams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14 to 10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taco Charlton. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quentin Williams providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there.
Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. First down, Winston. His throw incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Mack. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. It's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, good for a giant 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards, good for a giant 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mahomes firing complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Mahomes. It's caught by Bryant. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete here.
They're plain and simple. That's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mahomes to throw once more. A quick throw, but incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Jackson to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the pass complete to Ryan Grant. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. It's complete to Grant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Myers' kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Winston readies the offense. Down 20-14. A minute 52 to play. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Jamar Taylor there on the coverage. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And he finds McDonald. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Winston. And he's got it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late 4th quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. On third down, here's Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.